What's up, guys? I just wanted to give you a quick tip today on how I keep my grips on my bars without spinning, because that is the most annoying thing in the world when your grips are spinning, or they lose tackiness and half of the grip is twisted. So I'm going to show you how I glue my grips on, and I really, as long as you get a good bond, usually they never spin. So let me show you how it's done. So the first thing you're going to want to do is clean up the portion of your bars that the grips go on. So if you want to take your bars or your grips and kind of measure where they go, clean them up real good. And I even scuff them up with sandpaper. I don't know if you can see it there. Well, they're scuffed up. I already had these prepared when I painted them. This side's usually going to stick pretty good because it has the cross hatching, but you can still scuff it up with sandpaper. The rougher you have it, the more likely it is. Come on, really? The more likely it is to bond and not spin loose. And so then once you have it all sanded down and everything, you want to clean it real good with like a real good soap. I usually use Awesome. It's a grease cutter and usually cuts pretty much everything out of there. Make sure it's nice and dry. At that point, make sure your grips are clean on the inside. I mean, if they're new, they should be clean. And what we're going to be using is spray paint. Yep. And I use clear so that if you have any, because usually you're gonna get, when you stuff it on there, a little bit's gonna squeeze out. If you have clear, it's not gonna mess up any of your other colors or anything. So before we go ahead and spray our grips and put them on there, you want to make sure that your bars are set to where they're comfortable. And then I kind of like to sit on the bike and make sure everything's set the way I like it, and kind of mock up where I want the grips to be, because I like to use half waffles. So or some of them, if there's a logo on the grip, you want to have it set a certain way. So just make sure that you have it set exactly how you want before you throw the paint in there. Don't be afraid to use a lot of spray paint here. You really can't use too much. The worst that's going to happen is it's going to be forced out when you push on the grip, and it's just going to run out. So just have a rag handy so you can wipe it up if you need to. And then the key step here is, once you spray the grips and put them on there, you got to let it sit for, I like to let them sit for 24 hours, because there's not air getting in there to that paint, so it takes a long time to cure. If you hop on the bike or even just push the bike around after you just put it on there, even if it's only been a couple hours, that's what's going to screw you up, and they're not going to stick that well. You have to let that paint bond. And when they're on there, make sure you squeeze them, because if you have air trapped under there, air bubbles, those spots aren't going to bond. So make sure you get all the bubbles and everything out before you leave them to dry. And at that point, you should be good. Some people like to wrap wires around them. I don't even do that. And if you're going to make any adjustments, you're going to want to do it in the first 30 seconds after you put them on there, or forever hold your peace, because at that point, it'll still move, but then you're probably ruining the bond. I like to try to get them set, know exactly where you want them, before you spray the paint, so that you don't have to be spinning them around. And yeah, so that's it, guys. I hope this works for you. Try it out. Let me know if it works for you. That's it, guys. If you like this information, you like this video, you want to see more stuff like this, please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks, guys.